multi-day. It's multi-day.
Index.
Oh, it's over, yep.
No, it's multi-day. Like, it's gonna go all week, but it'll be over for tonight.
Yeah.
You guys will take over for tonight.
Oh, really?
Oh,
No
that's
way.
how they're doing it? The European guys are taking
Shut
over,
up,
so like it's
bro.
literally gonna be going 24/7?
Bushcraft, come on. Follow me, bro.
Oh, I couldn't hear you guys.
So, like, if we want to stay on, you know...
You probably could, yeah, maybe. I'd see. I don't. You
That would
might
be...
have to roll with the EU guys, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have to. You'd have to ask the higher ups about. I don't know how that works. I know they do have a graveyard shift. I just don't know how that works.
Hey, Warrior, what does
What's up,
index
Bravo?
mean?
Get the fuck up.
What?
What does index mean? What are we doing?
It basically means end of scenario.
Oh, okay.
Means, like, gather around, we're scenario's over, debrief.
Roger. Okay, I understand. And then the EU guys are taking over.
Yeah.
Put time in a bottle. Look at the moon.
Keep it down, keep it down, keep it down.
Thank you, Talon. Save every day like a treasure. Alright, let's lock it up. Let's Captain speak.
So, we'll go.
Yeah, if everybody's not over here in the next 10 seconds and stops talking about their goddamn work days, I'm gonna fucking absolutely mini nuke this whole entire location. Everybody's gonna die. Jesus Christ.
Lock it up, let's go, lock it up.
Alright. Mythic, you got everybody?
That's not any good.
Yes, sir.
Dominion, you got everybody?
Yes, sir.
Outbreak, you got everybody? Howler, Magma, you got everybody?
Yes, sir.
Hawk, you got everybody?
Yes, sir.
Not you, Hawk. Hawk the goddamn platoon. Come on. The pilots, where's the pilots? The crew chiefs.
Papa Bear had to step off, but I'm still here.
Alright. And I think that's everybody. Okay, what do we think? We have fun?
Yeah.
It was a good one. You don't have to lie to me, by the way. I can give a fuck less. If you didn't have fun, just stand up and say you
That
had
was
fun.
fucking awesome, dude.
Alright, listen, so I will say this. This is the introduction to deployments, mostly planned by myself and Evasive. They wanted to give us something to do, so I guess we'll give them something that we can do, I guess. So, here we are, doing what they say, and we can do it pretty well, right? We can operate pretty well. The defense, we did not hit our casualty counts. We did not hit our 50 Rangers dead. Granted, we were close. We had to call Olympus because our lines were completely compromised, so we would have hit that 50 very quickly if we didn't get out of there at the time we did. Russian invasion obviously happened. It came onto us from the air and the sea. The air assets were not recognized by you guys, and the mortar pits were not recognized by you guys. There was mortar pits, Earthbreaker. There was, right by your location. So, if those mortar pits had been knocked out, maybe things would have turned a little bit differently, but the mortars and the overwhelming troop force and the overwhelming DTRs, they overwhelmed our position, and shit happens. Ultimately good stuff from everybody. It was kind of, with a big operation like this, with a lot of different moving pieces, I kind of have to be at the command center the whole time. I did make my way to the front line and got shot, unfortunately. But for something this big with a lot of moving pieces and a lot of moving aspects, and a lot of guys freaking reaching out to my ears and trying to get my attention, it's easier for me to stay in the command center, especially when everybody's in close proximity like that. That being said, moving forward, the Russians have taken the northern airfield. It is assumed that they've taken everything down to Old Man's Pond. Following on for tomorrow, It's not. Here's the deal, gents. This isn't just. This is supposed to be immersive, right? So it's not just like a, oh no, yeah, they took our pause and now we fall back to the next pause, and they're gonna take our next pause. No, that's not how this works. What happens is it's fluid, right? We didn't hold the eastern line, right? We lost the eastern flank. The eastern flank was closest to our HQ, right? So we had to pull out of there and come back here. Right, it wasn't planned. You guys could have held that airfield all night, right, until all the enemies were defeated. Not a big deal. You could have repelled the Russian invasion tonight, right? At least the first prong, the first part. But they broke through, and it is what it is. Sometimes it's not for it's not that anybody did anything wrong, right, or anybody did anything bad. Sometimes it's just the way shit goes. If you've got undermanned post, that could be a big deal, right? If your defense isn't manned to the ability that it should be. Sometimes the enemy just outmaneuvers you or has more firepower. Obviously our mortars were limited in range because we were so close to one another, so we couldn't really cut them off like we wanted to. And sometimes, for the sake of the story, for the sake of the immersion, it's better to fucking have them break your lines so that you can fall back to a position in a very crazy and frantic, chaotic way, right? Because nobody knows what the fuck's going on. You're taking mortar fire, you're taking gunfire, you're taking RPG fire, everybody's in the center of the HQ, like, holy fuck, I need to get the fuck out of here, everybody. And then I heard somebody, say, if there's no VIX, fucking hoof it on foot, and I'm like, goddamn, that's perfect. That's exactly what happens when shit hits the fan. Nobody knows what to do. Command structure falls. Every man for themselves kind of shit, right? I mean, that's what you would do. That's what I would do in combat, Keep out for your fellow brothers, but make sure that Vic is fucking loaded and on the road. If that Vic is loaded and on the road, you've done your part. I don't care what anybody says. So, following on from here, obviously we have the luxury of taking a debrief here. Like I said, there's friendly forces located all over the battlefield. There's friendly forces located all over the island of Eberron. I will keep you guys posted. I will go ahead and update a map with enemy forces locations known, right? Obviously, I don't know where the enemy's at if I don't know, right? But if we know where they're at, obviously we know they're at airfield, and we know they probably worked their way down to Old Man's Pond. Okay, common sense. So they've established a northern foothold on the island. Tomorrow, leading into tomorrow's deployment, we are going to be utilizing raids. We're going to be utilizing platoon assaults, possibly company assaults, and we're going to be utilizing a lot of recon elements. All right, so we need to try and get that territory back from this location right here. Okay, we're going to be moving between this position and another position. Okay, between these two positions, we have limited assets available to us. We don't have as many gun trucks, right? We don't have as many LAVs, right? Because we lost those. Once we lose a certain amount of vehicles, like, they're gone. So we only have a certain amount spread out throughout the whole entire island. That's why when we got those resupply vehicles, they came from Southern Island, right? And they came up to us. I know I'm kind of rattling my jaw, but I'm kind of trying to set the stage here for tomorrow. Moving on, though, for further operations, right, we'll be emphasizing different, platoon level stuff. Tonight was company level for the main part, right, for the main assault, for the main defense. Moving on from here throughout the week is going to be more platoon level shit. Oathbreaker, go to Old Man's Pond. Mythic, go secure this spot. Dominion, go and provide Overwatch recon on this spot, right? Birds in the air, providing recon, the mortars available for fire missions, right? Like, all this shit comes together and it makes a fucking cohesive unit, understood? So I hope everybody had fun. I hope that everybody continues to have fun. For the new guys, this is the first time I met you. I just came off LOA. I appreciate you guys being here. We're a little light. Let me see. We got 47 in here right now. I don't know what peak was, maybe 60 or something like that. Let's get back to our former glory. All right. I know that fucking mods are. Oh man, I wish I had mods. Well, hey, guess what? I have mods and I don't even fucking play them because I prefer to play with you plebs. All right. So I don't even fucking play the mods. Okay, get over it. The fun is here, right? The fun is fucking here. The efficiency is here in Imperium Company, right? The immersiveness is here. The realism is here. You have active duty veterans all around you. I am one of them. Mad Dog is another one of them. I mean, yeah, evasive, fucking Rev, fucking, it's too many to count. Rooster, yes. USMC, yeah, we know who you are, right? It's always Marines at fucking USMC, or they're tatted on their body or their gamer tag.
Hoorah!
shout out to Real Warrior. He's also USMC.
Yeah. I'm a Marine too. It doesn't mean that we're not fucking super gay when we fucking do anything.
As long as we have an extra supply of crayons.
Be the most gay, right? Yeah.
What's your favorite crayon?
That shit's bullshit anyways. The Marine Corps, hey, listen up. Despite the crayon shit, the Marine Corps is the smartest fucking bunch of dudes I've ever fucking met, so I don't understand that stupid bullshit. Says the guys that are like, oh yeah, multi-cam, fucking, you look like everybody else, fucking stupid bitches. Let's get into drinking comp right now between all the branches.
Roll our sleeves down.
Hey, I'm Canadian. I win all the drinking comps.
I just want to say Rev held down the west side by itself with a sniper.
Alright, gents. Listen, I had fun tonight. I maintained kind of an overwatch type position, but yeah, good stuff. We'll prove all the haters wrong. Fucking carry on, proceed with the mission. Fucking destroy them by fire maneuver, right? Let's go and debrief here, guys. I've got nothing else for you. If you've got anything for me, go ahead and stand up and speak your word right now.
I just wanted to ask a quick question, Captain Boogeyman, if that's okay. Seeing as they've took the North Airfield, did we leave any vehicles such as LAVs behind? And I assume they'd have some sort of air superiority.
I don't believe you did.
I
was in an LAV as we left, so I don't think we did.
There is no vehicles there.
What's the air situation like? Do we still have superiority?
So as far as right now goes, we assume that we have air superiority, but without jets, right, it's hard to say. All we have is, Hueys. Unfortunately, right, and this is kind of where, like, I break the immersiveness, right? We don't have fucking mods. We don't have air support. I wish we did. Soon we will. Just hang fucking tight, gentlemen. Hang tight. And when we do get mods, this company is going to literally explode. Like, it's going to be full cap. There's not going to be a missing spot in the platoon. I promise you that. But when as far as we know right now, yes, they do have an advantage over us, though, because the airfield to the north is the only airfield on the island. It is very strategic to us. At some point here within the next couple of days, we are going to need to, via the advice of top, right, via the advice of battalion commander, or via the orders of battalion commander, we are going to have to probably air assault that airfield. Guaranteed. But in order to do that right, we have to clear our... You saw how many birds were taken out tonight, right? Why do you think birds were taken out? What's a good reason as to why birds were taken out?
An overwhelming enemy force.
RPGs?
Okay, but overwhelming enemy force, sure.
To prevent our lethality.
Well, sure, yeah, but, as far as, like, the enemy goes, right? The enemy was located between us and our birds. Does that make sense? Okay.
So the birds should
Deputy, I'm gonna crash out.
And shoot outwards
Jesus Christ. Hey, so, listen, so the enemy was between us and our birds, right? So if they're between us and our birds, they have an advantage, because they can take them out and we cannot take them out, right? So we need to put ourselves in front of our birds. Right, and then our birds need to come up, boom, come around, do their CAS runs, do their whatever, right, run their medevacs, but just like a tank or an LAV or, a fucking Bradley or any kind of infantry fighting vehicle needs infantry support, so does a bird, right? So air superiority is nothing without ground superiority, right? So as far as right now goes, we assume that we have air superiority because we control, 80% of the island now. But that being said, with the airfield being taken, right, that allows them to quickly reinforce air support. We didn't see any enemy gunships today. Tomorrow, I guarantee we see enemy gunships. Guaranteed. So that gives them a real fight. And if we don't have sword guys show up, we're fucked. Straight up. So hope that those guys show up and whatnot. But yeah, the path forward is uncertain, right? It is certain that we are at war with the Soviet Union.
sounds like we need to do some fucking night goon shit and fucking sabotage their fucking air.
That is something that Rangers do, and that is something that we will look into for sure.
What?
So, like I said, the path forward is uncertain. We are at war with the Soviet Union. So, yeah, welcome. Your brothers next to you, fucking treat them right, show them support, defend them, protect each other, protect yourself. You don't have any calls home to your family. I apologize. There's no phones here. God rest your souls. PLs, go ahead and debrief you guys. I mean, imagine, like, literally, like, just imagine, put yourself in the immersive shoes of, like, how fucking terrifying it is to think of a war between the U.S. and Russia, right? Like, I know we're playing a game, but, like, think about how terrifying that is. It's not like I'm gonna go fight fucking Hamal in fucking his house or whatever. He's got nothing but sandals on, right? Like, we're fighting guys that have the same capabilities as us, and they're just like us. They practice the same religions. They have the same family structures. I mean, it's a near peer enemy, and we need to be tracking on that. Do not underestimate them. During the night, right? So our EU guys, I'm gonna be tasking our EU guys to be doing stuff here at night and in the morning when we're asleep. So the EU guys will be operating probably in a smaller force, right? They have a much smaller force, so we're putting them on like more so reconnaissance missions. Those EU guys will be reporting back to me, and we'll be giving the NA guys something to attack. Alright, so the deployment never ends. I heard somebody say index. It's not index. It's never index. It's not index until Sunday. Okay, so the deployment continues. The Russians keep moving. Don't underestimate them, and come back fucking strong tomorrow. Good to go.
Hey, sir, just one question for the guys that some of these guys. I got guys that want to attend with the EU guys overnight. Is that possible?
Yeah, it's possible, but give me a second to work it out because I have to talk to the EU guys. So it's more than likely going to happen like tomorrow morning time frame. Obviously, like I have to work. A lot of you guys have to work, so I have to like do all this while working and while raising a family and stuff like that. So like I have to figure out what the EU guys are going to do. All right. But once I do that, yes, I will let you know. And anybody that wants to roll the EU guys and the NA guys, I don't want to take away from the NA guys. So if you can't do both, do the NA. If you can't do both, do both. But let's just, stay in the game, stay in the fight, stay in the mindset. Don't burn yourselves out, but have fun, it is what it is. Anything else? Alright, platoons, go debrief your guys, then go to bed.
Breaker Bravo elements on Sergeant Red.
All Dominion over here.
Breaker elements over here. Base Ranger. My message.
Basic, let me get you real quick. We'll go over kind of tomorrow's scheme maneuvers here.
Bushcraft, I see you. Where is Warrior? There he is. Alright, follow me, boys.
Lion, you coming? Mystic's over here.
Alright, ceremony.
I do not see Nola. I don't see Nola or those guys.
Yeah, Nola. He was beside you. He was like in front of you in that group.
He's coming up now.
Nola.
There's Nola. Where's Alpha?
Where's your Alpha team?
Cody's here, man. Cremator, Cody, Rooster, that was Alpha team. We lost Blazer, we lost Cremator.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of guys.
I mean, not Cremator.
I was gonna say, I'm right here.
Yeah. I don't know why I always get y'all too confused, Blazer and fucking Cremator.
Yeah. There was a massive lag spike and a bunch of people got disconnected.
Yeah, I think the whole platoon, everybody on the east got disconnected.
Dude, I got disconnected like 4 times, and then
I got disconnected when that mortar hit.
Me and Rooster tried to save Mester and Boogeyman, and then fucking we got overrun, and then I DQ'd, and then Rooster was stuck by himself.
I took about 10 dudes with me, though.
That's rough.
All right.
Nothing. We did pretty good setting up defense on the west. We didn't really take much contact there. I think we had like one Russian.
Yeah, he was about to sneak up on Mythic's backside, and I made sure that didn't happen. They don't even know about it.
It was that field we were sitting at with all the sandbags. There were squad after squad that were hitting us there.
Alright, so
Let's talk about the west side.
On the west side, we tracked down to the south TRP Jupiter, then we turned east and went to Old Man's Pond. After we got to Old Man's Pond, we had some contact, had some blue on blue. They tasked us with finding a mortar pit there. I didn't ever see any. Did you guys see it?
I did not.
I called up the mortar pit.
Yes, Rev, yes, I know.
No, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you call it out. Did you take them out and destroy them or no?
Negative. Me, Cody, and I believe Blazer walked past them. The motor pits. I called them up.
I didn't hear you call it up.
Yeah, they're right behind the houses. Fucking just west.
East.
Yeah, a little bit west in that field. Pretty much in the open in between TRP Hotel and Combat Patrol area.
Well, can you mark that? So, right. Can you mark that location so maybe we can put reconnaissance on that because they might use it in the future.
Yeah, the British guys can recon it tonight.
Yeah, they might can move over and take that out.
Yeah, they might even take it out. Yeah. But wake up in the morning and find out they don't have fucking mortars.
Did you mark it, Nola?
I'm marking it now. Properly.
Sit by Old Man's?
Roger, just northeast of the houses.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you marked there. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck, they were just there, eh? We were fucking right there.
Right there.
Right.
We were right there.
When we split up, we headed right under TRP Hotel because we were looking right up under Dominion. And once we got PID on Dominion, we broke south towards you guys and traveled that tree line with the fence. And
We were probably 100 meters from those fucking mortars.
Yeah, less than that. They were right there. Like I said, I called it up. Because we wound up 360. Yeah, we held up
I didn't
in
hear
this
you
house
call it
here.
out. Just making sure that we're rogering up on that if you send something like that.
Yeah, that's a big one, yeah.
Yeah, comms were a little bit hectic, but there was a lot going on.
Yeah, comms were a little sporadic.
So I got blue on blued, and then I tried to make my way back to you guys, but I was told to hold at the CCP by Boogeyman. I got told to hold there, and then I had to wait till y'all came back, basically, because there was no one to go out there. I guess they don't want... On that one, they don't want people to leave. Yeah, so I didn't leave, and then